What is up, guys? It's Redflix95 here with another episode of Lives of P. In the last episode, we wrapped up the DLC. We have no reason to ever go back to the DLC outside of... Sorry about that. If you guys heard that, I moved the mic around a little bit, so it was kind of more towards me. But anyway, um, outside of exploration and, trying to find any other hidden secrets and stuff like that, I'm 99% sure we got pretty much everything we needed. If there's anything I missed, maybe one of you guys will mention it in the comments, but regardless, we're ready to move on. I gotta figure out the controls of this game again because I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33 and I'm used to those gimmicks now, so it's gonna take me a minute to get used to this gameplay. God, it's gonna be really difficult fighting bosses this episode, I can tell you that much. So, I don't see any other blips on the radar, so we are ready to move forward. I don't think there's anything really for us to worry about here in the hotel, outside of... Oh yeah! I guess since we finished the game, Klaus dropped something. As a word of renowned... As a world-renowned collector, I would have been negligent. I think that's the first time I've ever read that word on paper. There's another word that... Oh, paradigm. Paradigm was another word I read on paper recently, and that was like... That word has a random G in there too, and it's like, wait, that's spelled paradigm? 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 Silent G, but anyway. Negligent if I had not left a review of this establishment. Rating 4 out of 5, although dingy and lacking basic amenities, the hotel is still a safest place in all of Krat. Now, before we move on, there is one more thing I want to check, because you never know. Oh, still not there. Okay. Um, we're going to be coming back here somewhat often. There's a cool detail that happens once you beat the DLC. I think you know the detail. It's a little furry friend, but they're kind of busy right now, so we'll just move on. Play a certain scale. This looks oddly familiar, because that is the same way we entered a facility back in the DLC. I'm curious to see what this looks like now compared to that, because I do not remember this upcoming area whatsoever. Um... looks like we're not in a factory anymore. It's just a bunch of rock now. Interesting. I wonder what happened to the factory, because outside of potentially being destroyed and the elevator being rerouted, it's like we're essentially underneath that mine that we explored last in the DLC.
Who would have guessed all this was beneath the hotel? Wait, is this the relic of Trismegistus? You know, it's the strangest feeling. I think I've been here before. Maybe I haven't gotten all my memories back after all. I don't know exactly what's going on, but someone was dragged away from here. We have to follow. Hurry!
Well, in a way, we have been here before, so it's not too out of the ordinary. There's a butterfly nearby. There it is. DLC weapons in the fucking base game is gonna be... Okay, come on, game. Damn, full moonstone of the covenant out the gate. So you're telling me if I just did this in a few videos ago, I would have gotten one right out of the bag, like right out of the gate, excuse me. We just have one though, so I can't really do much with that, but I might be just sticking with the claws because that's what I was working toward during the whole Let's Play. Nice. That replaces the one I just used a moment or two ago, but hey, I'll take it. So this is kind of where the Let's Play turns into roughly a blind LP because it's been like 2 years since I've explored this area, so I'm a bit out of touch. Alright, game, I get it. I'm like 2 inches away from the wall, so my weapon doesn't hit. Got it. I should have lightning. Where's the Stargazer? I need to put lightning on. God damn it. You know, that did like no damage, so I'm not too mad about that. I'm really curious how badly I'm gonna screw up the enemies in this game now. Like, the DLC is hard, but the rest of the game from here is gonna just be a piece of cake. Alright, so where is the Stargazer? There it is. I know I could have just used the amulet, but the thing was like right here, so it wasn't a big deal. Switch grindstone, we'll go with electric. Excuse me. What level am I? I am level 110. Okay. So I mean, it's not really PvP. A lot of Souls games, people tend to stop leveling up past like 120 or something like that, depending on the game for PvP reasons. But since this game is A, not multiplayer, and B, I don't really care about that role. We're going to be going over that level, of course, but I'm not going to really do any grinding, so it's not going to be like that. I'm really happy that Expedition 33... No, actually, you know what? I'm going to be respectful. I'll say the full name. I'm very happy that Clear Obscure Expedition 33 won Game of the Year. It earned it. It earned it. It might not be everyone's favorite game, or it might not be everyone's, you know, cup of tea, but it's a phenomenal game. I could get why people don't really care for, like, the parry mechanics and stuff like that, but just... Man, it's so satisfying when you finally get a combo down, except for late game enemies that decide, like, out of nowhere, they're all of a sudden gonna do, like, a 40-hit combo that's, like, triple speed, and then they automatically get, like, an additional attack just out of nowhere. That part gets annoying. That part gets annoying. I definitely had some problems with that problem happening, but, well, I won't sway anything. I won't sway anything, because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. If you haven't played the game, I would recommend checking it out online to see if there's any good deals on it right now for Black Friday. Because since the game came out in March, there's going to be some good deals. I got it for, I got it before Black Friday, which I probably should have waited, but it was, I got it for $45 for the Deluxe Digital Edition, which, I mean, it's just cosmetic crap, but it was definitely worth it. I'm kind of glad that it was just cosmetics, though, because, like, that means they didn't lock any super rare item or collectible behind DLC. I like it when games do that. I like how they just have the whole picture, and then just... There's a tiny bit of a touch, you know, if you want to make your character look a little bit special. Cursed Knight's Halberd, and as much as I'm a fan of halberd weapons in games, I'm not going to use this weapon. I don't think it was really that good of a weapon from what I remember. But I do really enjoy halberds. I think Dark Souls 1 has the Black Knight's Halberd, which is one of my favorite weapons in that game, but it's a very hard item to get. That enemy you had to fight for is not fun. And it's not even a guaranteed chance. It's a one-time enemy, and it has a chance of dropping it. But I got lucky once. I got it from the beginning of the game, and it was my baby. It was my baby. I was like, this is mine. This is mine. Not yours, mine. uh, it's not bad. Iron Wall Amulet's good. It's just not something I'm gonna use. If I had a 5th amulet slot and had nothing better to use, then yeah, I would use it outside of maybe Arm of God, but yeah. I I'm gonna be sticking with what I currently have set up. It's a reliable setup. I know I don't get any major buffs. It's just really good for bosses too. Yeah. Alright, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything because there's a lot of missable stuff in this area. Okay. Okay, what? Why is there a telephone in the middle of a cave just out of nowhere?
And it's another lovely day in Crod City. What a time to be alive! Or a reasonable approximation revived. Soon, this little dance of ours will come to an end. No one's ever danced longer, I promise, my friend. Will you stay with me too and face whatever is coming? For today's a new day, and we have to keep running. I knew that you would, and I find that refreshing. So, the King of Riddles will now hear your confession. Blind confessions reveal one's true guilt. True confessions of blood being spilt. This one's black and white. A no or a
My favorite
yes.
Pokemon game.
Is Geppetto's creation a killer? Confess. Bravo, fantastico. The spilling of blood is one of life's pleasures. And murder? A passion of mine. One I treasure. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed about it. Murder honors life by living without it. Impending death makes you think on existence, huh? Isn't that just so human? You're going the distance. Now stand up straight, chin out. Here's your key. This isn't the last you'll be seeing of me. I hope you enjoyed our time, second fiddle. But for now, that's farewell from the King of Riddle.
The chosen key. If you said no, you would still get the key, but you would have to deal with decay. And considering the DLC adds a lot of chances to get a our humanity up, there's no reason to say no. There's no reason. You have a lot of records we still haven't listened to, also, so that's another way we can make up for losing a bit of humanity. And if you couldn't tell, what the frick was that? Okay. that's new. Okay, first off, buddy. Come on. We're talking here. Thank you. Down there is going to be a tough enemy. I think you can see him right there. So yeah, just be careful. Don't fall off the cliff. We're going to be heading down there in a second to take care of that thing. I just want to say about this area, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to call it the cave or whatever. But the ruins, I don't like how dark it is. I can't barely see anything here. We do have the light that I'm kind of a loser about not using. There we go. Okay, that makes sense better. Hey, buddy. Oh my God, what? First off, how are you not dead? And second off, these freaking ruins and these freaking traps, man. Come on. All right. Before we head down there, that thing is not gonna be weak to Electric, it's... where are you, buddy? Where are you? There you are. Back attack. I barely took damage. Yeah, my character is busted. We got an item we don't need, an item we kind of don't need, and an item that I'm never gonna... What the frick is up with that dude's body? It's like twisted up like a pretzel now. Cut in half and stuff. It's weird. I guess it's not really a body. It's a blob of tentacles and an armor suit. What? 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 Oh. I did not like that. What the heck? Was that a glitch or was that a glitch or was that a feature? If you ask Bethesda that, they'll just say yes. No. Sorry. That was a cheap shot, but not really. Look, even people that are fans of Bethesda still make fun of Bethesda, so I think I could get away with that. Then again, actually, it's not really then again. People make fun of any company. It doesn't really matter if they're a fan of the games or not, you know. Alrighty, so we got a few items. And I think the easiest way to get to that is not what I just did. There we go. That's the jump. Okay, alright. Well, I kind of didn't do anything there, but I got a little furball intruder. My cat. Hey, Ashley's. How you doing, babies? Go ahead. Her winter coat's coming in. It's nice. Very velvety. Okay. Dude. Today's a weird day. I keep hearing these, like, random noises. There's a glitch going on. It's like... What? Okay, I got it. Half moon. I'll take it. I'm okay, Ash. I remember back in my original playthrough of this, I died to this thing like 4 times, and I'm pretty sure I broke a joystick off a controller or something like that. I don't know. I have anger issues, and man, oh man, I've worked on it pretty well. Like, I haven't really talked to my therapist about that. That's my mic. Be careful. But it's just, thankfully, with this new controller, I've been actually really good with it. Like, I'm being extremely cautious with it, as I don't want to have to buy another one so soon. The reason why I bought a new one is because I had some credits from Amazon from a return I made, and I was just like, screw it. I could use a new PS5 controller. Maybe the R1 button on my other controller wasn't working, so I just kind of want to make sure, you know, it wasn't broken. Turns out it was just a skill issue, but still. If you know the game I'm talking about, you know. Where are we at? Alright, I don't think we have anything else to go for here. Nope, we don't have anything else. So up ahead, we actually do have a boss fight, which is great. Except I don't know which way to go. I think it's this way. Yeah, boss fight. So for that reason, I'm going to be teleporting back to the Stargazer. We'll take this on in this fight. It's essentially a rematch with the a certain group of people. You know, the ones that dropped keys everywhere and relooted their stuff, but my headcanon is that's actually their outfits, and we just we just stole them all, so they had to make new ones. Alright, so everything's respawned, so we'll just have to kind of dodge around. That includes the big guy we fought for the very small amount of stuff. Watch out for the pitfalls and traps and stuff. Not really the pitfalls, but... Thankfully, the backtracking isn't that bad. It's kind of annoying, and I know I'm at like 20 minutes now, but... Yeah. Alright, which way? I think it's the side with the lantern. Yep. I'm 99% sure that thing, yeah, it turns around when you get to the stairs. We're going to be summoning this thing, of course. I'm not chancing it. We have 84 of those star fragments. I have no reason not to use it. If we're doing this at this point in the episode, I'd rather have the easiest chance we got. These guys would be weak to acid since they're human, but I'm kind of just lazy and I don't want to waste more time.
Accept your fate. Death has come for you.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Alright, back off, back off. So phase 1 is... Oh yeah, there it is. There's the big guy.
Damn it.
Alright, dude, you gotta leave me alone a minute, alright?
We're getting revenge together. Die, Geppetto's puppet.
Alright, I'm not gonna have a brick get in the way of me killing this guy, okay?
When we couldn't save our brother.
2 for 1, baby.
That's when our fate was sealed.
I barely took damage during that whole... Wait, that's probably because I have it on lower difficulty. Ah, crap. Awaken puppet, I'm sorry. You know what? No. Legendary Stalker. Whoops, that's probably why I was taking not that much damage. Alright, well, I figured that out. Alright, sorry about that, guys, but to be real, that fight was probably a piece of cake regardless, but I'm glad I figured that out now. It's been a few days. Okay, for beating that boss fight, we got some stuff, and it looks like we got to talk with that guy.
I can hardly believe it. But the ergo readings you gathered leave no doubt. No doubt at all, you see? Okay, Vanini, breathe. Despite your best efforts, they can't read your mind yet. My friend, my apologies. But when you hear this news, you'll be excited too. The puppets were being compelled by the Grand Covenant. But they were communicating with each other, with wavelengths. This is beyond anything I'd imagined. They were not built with this kind of intelligence. I did the best I could to decipher the wavelengths, but there was considerable noise in the signal. Care to give it a listen?
Carlo, I hope you can hear me. The laws of the Grand Covenant bind us. We're his puppets. First law, all puppets must obey their creator's commands. Law 0, the creator's name is Geppetto. Giuseppe Geppetto.
Ah, did you hear that? The last part sounded important, but there was too much static. Ah, tell me you heard it, please. We need to find the cause of the frenzy, and this may be our best chance. What or who was behind the frenzy?
Oh no.
Geppetto. Law 0, the creator's name is Geppetto. One can't make these things up. It must be true. That was the cause of the frenzy. But why would Geppetto of all people do this? I suppose we'll never find out if we don't save him. I have to admit it's good to have things in motion again. I was beginning to despair. Now that we know the cause, we can find a solution. And it's all thanks to you, my friend. I always welcome friends.
It's fine. We have more humanity than we know what to do with. This video's already gone off quite long enough, but I will like to check one thing real quick. I think I bit my tongue again. Christ. So it looks like now that we've had access to the DLC, we can now upgrade the P-Organ at the regular seat rather than having to go all the way back to the Eventide now. That's pretty helpful. Almost said pretty handy, but it kind of came out as hamful. So we have one quartz. I have no reason not to do this. Let's just do this. There was one I really wanted. I just don't remember which one. Which one it was. My cat's looking at me now like, what? Okay, well. I'll go with that. I think that's the one I'm thinking about. with that, we're going to end today's video off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.